right, it is 8:17 Southwest Florida. It's not quite yet Valentine's Day, but we're working to prepare you for it. I am here, of course, with meteorologist Andrew Shipley, and we have a special guest in-house this morning. We have Chef Arancibia from Truluck's in Naples. Good morning to you, Chef. I see you are already busy making things happen. Now, last year we talked a little bit about caviar, but I don't see any caviar on this table. What's going on, Chef?
Well, we already ate the caviar earlier today.
We did.
Hi. So, Andrew and Shari, thank you so much for having me here. It's great to talk about caviar, especially in the Valentine's week. I think it's very important that we recognize this week to celebrate the good things, you know, love and friendship and family.
Yes.
So what a great opportunity. So with the caviar, one of the things that we do at Truluck's is that we have the homemade chips and the homemade blinis. This is a traditional recipe for blinis. We make it with our homemade mashed potato, so it pairs just well with the caviar and the different functions and the different ingredients with the blini. Now, while on the topic, I would like to mention that we do have two pairs we do pair for the caviar.
Okay.
One with vodka, and the other one is with tequila. They're both great.
You had me at tequila, Chef.
There you go.
Yes.
So also with the caviar, I know we're curious about, talk a little bit about what caviar is, how to eat it, where it come from, you know, a couple of insights. What questions you guys might have?
Well, I guess my first question is, I want to make sure, like, let's say scientifically I have a hot date for Valentine's Day.
Yes.
I want to know, how do I know, like, what is cheap caviar and what's the good stuff?
Yes. Well, I think the best answer for that is the first part of that question is, let's go to the right place.
Okay.
Which is going to be
Truluck's,
Truluck's,
of course.
Yes, of course.
Just saying. So I'll leave it up there. So go to Truluck's, and then you're going to have two great caviars. You got one from France that we import, and we have one domestic from California.
Wow.
Now, when it comes to the caviar, you want to try to get that smooth, buttery flavor, a briny with a nice finish. So what happened is that the high-end caviars of the well-branded caviar, that is called caviar, those have 3% or less of salt. So it has to be that way in order to preserve the flavor.
Okay.
So those caviars that they're like in the bottom of the whole spectrum, then they're going to have like 10 or more on percentage of the salt content.
So it comes down to that salt content. That's how we're going to know the difference.
100%.
Gotcha.
And one of the things that we see a lot is with TikTok trends and a lot of Gen Z folks, they are really into this caviar.
Yes, and it's like caviar, like you said, with the chips, right? That is a big trend. Desperate Housewives kind of thing.
Desperate Housewives from New York use it on TV, and then people want to try it on that. Today, there's a lot of caviar usage. I mean, not just for sushi, but they also use it in chocolate. I mean, for the last quite a few years, then it was sea salt on chocolate desserts because chocolate being so intense. So kind of like caviar is replacing, in some cases, that saltiness from the sea salt on the chocolate desserts.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep, I love it so much. So again, thank you so much, Chef, for being here this morning. One of your options, of course, Southwest Florida, is Truluck's in Naples. We appreciate you being here, and I'm going to go ahead and dive into this while Andrew does, you know, the weather, the job. Okay.
Excellent. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely.